following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
We got sound.
Damn.
Okay, well, here we are, everybody. Wow. We are having a lot of fun getting started today. Welcome to Leveling Up. I am your host, Megan McGrogan. If this is your first time tuning in or listening to the show, this is the place that you can tune in to find out all about what's going on with the Greater Utica Chamber and our members and really our whole city and region in general. So thanks for watching today, or thanks for listening. So we're having a little bit of fun. We haven't had, whenever we have a break on the show, we tend to be a little bit silly. So I apologize for the silliness ahead of time. A little bit of a rough start anyway. But anyway, here we are. Sorry we didn't have any music either, but we are here and we're going to have a great show. And we're not even drinking UC, so we can't even blame it on that. But and we're not having coffee either. So anyway, we'll just blame it on we're excited that spring is coming. Okay. We'll blame it on Z. So anyway, I just want to, before we get started, give a shout out to the sponsors of the Disruption Network, Utica Coffee Roasting Company and Saranac, and of course the Platinum supporters with the Chamber of Commerce who support us all year long, Gilroy, Kern and Gilroy, Mohawk Valley Health Systems, and StaffWorks. So thank you to you guys for making all this possible. So first with the show, we usually talk about what's been going on since the last show. So if you tuned into our last show, we were actually doing a special edition live from Mohawk Valley Wellness. So we were there for a group workout. John Bartholomew, the owner of the gym, decided to put together a group workout to benefit our friend Chef Brian Donovan. A lot of people know him as the Balanced Chef. They're healthy prepared meals that are available really all throughout the Mohawk Valley. So we had a nice special show there to promote the benefit and promote some support of Brian and his wife Cynthia and their family. So if you didn't get a chance to check that out, you can always check it out on greateruticachamber.org. You can also follow his page on Facebook, which is Chef Strong, and you can follow his journey. He was diagnosed with a brain tumor and has underwent some brain surgery. So we are constantly, of course, keeping Brian and Cynthia in our thoughts and prayers. And again, if you want to support them and follow their journey, you can check out that page, Chef Strong. So other things that happened. So we celebrated the D's 3rd anniversary, and I have this lovely award to show for it. I know Z's dying to take a picture with the award. So I have this nice little, I don't know if you can really see it, but my logo's on it, which is pretty cool. So we had a lot of fun at the JCC. Annie in the Water was amazing. That was my first time seeing them. So awesome event that the guys at Disruption Network put on. So congratulations to them again for 3 great years here at the D and growing by the day, it seems. So I'm really excited to be a part of it. Other things that have been going on, we really haven't had too much happening with the Chamber, but we have launched an all-new dues structure. So that's been really exciting to share what that looks like with our members. And if you're interested in checking that out, you can visit our website, greateruticachamber.org, and you can see all the different membership levels we have available. And that's really going to hopefully transform our organization and bring it up a little bit more current and allow us to offer a lot more things to the community. So we're really excited about that. And we're going to be coming out with some videos on that soon, too. So you'll be able to watch those to get little turnkey snippets for how you can join or renew your membership with the Chamber. Other things happening. So we are working on planning. I'm on the committee for the Mayor Palmieri's annual gala. So that's going to be promoting ICANN this year, which is a fantastic organization. If you've never checked them out, I highly encourage you to check out what they do. They're the former Kids Oneida, so they're now ICANN. And today, ICANN actually had a really exciting announcement. So the Children's Museum is going to cease operations at their current location, but they're going to be moving to a brand new location on the Parkway here. I can't remember the cross street. I think it's Holland Ave in the Parkway, but a lot of people know it as the old, I think a Union used to be in there, and now the Utica District school district offices are there. So it's kind of the corner of the Parkway there, and I believe it's Holland. But it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful state-of-the-art museum and learning center. So that's going to be a great asset for our area. And really, in our neighborhood here, where the D Studio is located, it's really going to do a lot of great things for this stretch of Utica. So we're really excited for them in that announcement. Again, that was made this morning at the Community Foundation. The Community Foundation has been a great partner of theirs in this project. So please head on over to ICANN's Facebook page and you can check out that announcement. And Steve Balter, their executive director, had a lot of really great things to say and kind of explained how they got here to have this partnership with the Children's Museum. So we're really excited for that, and congratulations to them on that announcement this morning. And then just to kind of go back to the Mayor's Gala, so that will be happening on April 25th. At Delta Hotels by Marriott. The link to purchase tickets will be up soon, and anybody can go to that. You don't need an invitation. Anybody is welcome. Tickets are $50, and the proceeds go directly to ICANN. That doesn't go into any of the operational costs of the event. You know, the event, mostly everything is donated, and that goes right to ICANN. So a great way to support ICANN as well as our mayor. So that's pretty much what's been going on. Other than that, I mentioned a really while back, I was reading a great book by Marie Forleo called Everything is Figureoutable. I will admit that I quit reading the book, but I recently picked it back up thanks to Jen Bartholomew, who is John's wife from Mohawk Valley Wellness. We had a great conversation this weekend, and I was motivated to pick it back up. So if you're looking for a great read and looking for motivation, that's a great book to check out. And Marie Forleo, she also has Marie Forleo TV, which is a great podcast and a show that you can watch too. So I would highly recommend checking her out, and maybe I'll give you guys some Cliff Notes when I finish the book, which will be soon. I'm saying it on here, so I'm held accountable. Okay, so let's get into introducing our guest, because I am so excited for her to be here today. So I'm going to introduce Danielle Padula, who is the executive director of Broadway Utica. Danielle, are you on? We're on. Okay, here we are. See, you can see yourself now. Danielle's a little upset that we don't have like the Kardashian compound behind us, because you know, she really is like Khloe Kardashian's best friend.
I am, yes.
You know, so we're sorry we're not coming to you from sunny Calabasas, but
it's all right. We got sun today, so I am not complaining.
Yes, it is sunny outside. So I just want to kind of introduce Danielle by saying, so this is something that they have on their Broadway Utica website, but I love this, I love Danielle, but I love this little excerpt that she had on the website for why she loves her job at Broadway Utica, and hopefully we'll get you to know Danielle a little bit before we get started. So Danielle says, I love my job because I love the people. The stories we hear of people who have been going to the theater for decades, and some that it's their first time, they all have still have the same excitement and smiles, and that's awesome to see. From the restaurant partners, corporate supporters, and families, they meet the best people coming into the shows. Not to mention she has the best team, which I have to agree with you with that. And that makes coming to work every day not even feel like work. So we're so excited to have you in this role. A newer announcement, right?
Yes. Today's my 1-year anniversary, though, at Broadway Utica.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. I can't believe, March 4th is here, and a lot has been accomplished.
That's awesome.
Year, so.
And it's easy to remember this is your anniversary, because isn't this like the only date in the calendar where it's like a phrase? March 4th?
March 4th,
like,
yeah. March 4th.
So there you go. You'll always remember your anniversary date.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your role at Broadway Utica, and then I know we want to get into kind of your whole career and how it's led up to this position now, but tell us a little bit about what you do for Broadway Utica.
So recently I've been named the executive director. I started out as marketing manager. We are a small staff, so we wear many hats. But I started out, more doing social media, working with the shows, getting the message across to all the shows that we have coming in the area and the Stanley stage. So that's how I was started. Currently, I've taken on the executive director role, which gets me much more involved in a community standpoint. A little bit more with numbers and financials, but very honored to be in the position that I'm in, and very, very grateful.
That's awesome. So for people who are maybe tuning in who aren't aware of Broadway Utica's kind of role and how the shows come in, how that all works with the Stanley, can you just tell us a little bit about how that whole relationship goes down?
So Broadway Utica is a tenant of the Stanley. We're across the street in the 258 building. That's where our box office is located, and we rent the Stanley directly. We have such a beautiful theater and an amazing relationship with the Stanley, so it makes our jobs much easier. But we ultimately just work with these producers to see availability and dates, and maybe when they're traveling up the East Coast. And we have a great subscription base, so we have several members of Broadway Utica that purchase their seats, the same seat to all the shows in the summertime. And the producers and the teams that we're working with really love that, because it's obviously guaranteed people in the theater. So the way that we operate is certain shows go on tour. They come to our area. We are a 2-night market traditionally, so we compete with maybe cities that do 1 week and stuff like that. But they love coming to Utica. They love the community. Broadway is such a small community, and I think I downplayed that coming into Broadway Utica, thinking New York City's huge. Billions of people and things like that. So what we have really learned is it's really is a small world and a small market. And we have cats in town this week, and they were here before. Some of the crew was here before with Wizard of Oz and Annie, and they're familiar with our community. They had to run over to say hi to David Swifty.
That's cool.
It's just so awesome. It's really awesome. To see. So we're very blessed.
And you guys, so you mentioned some of the actors and actresses have been here before. So talk about the tech shows a little bit, because that really brings a lot of people into the area.
It does. So teching is when they move in to the Stanley for an extended period of stay. So 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And they literally build the show from the ground up. So they've done their casting and all of that. And now they're getting ready to go on tour. So we're almost like the preview city. And it's awesome because they eat at our bars and restaurants and taverns. They use our banks and hair salons and nail salons and really everything from the ground up. When we had casts in here, they go pumpkin picking and apple picking. They really embrace the culture. And we make them feel like home. That's our ultimate goal. So even yesterday, the show needed a little pick me up, and we're getting some Utica coffee in their veins. Stuff like that. So we allow them, and welcome them to stay into that theater for however long that they need, and really embrace the city and the culture and make sure they're as comfortable as possible, because it's very long days. So they only have a short period of time to get the show off the ground. They're using our local union. They're using our local hair and makeup and things like that. So it is great for our city and our community, and we really welcome them to come to our city.
That's really neat. I always think that's what an awesome opportunity for businesses really to see, people come in and stay, and then I love that people come back. I didn't know that happens. So that's really neat. And I always felt like that, even like going back to, this is going to go back to Z's days too, even with the EC, like when we had Utica Music Fest. I always loved that, the musicians would come and they would just talk about our area so much about how hospitable everybody is, and they really would want to come back, and then they would, have their favorite places that they went to. So that's really cool to hear.
And I think we think New York on such a grand scale. So it's so nice. If you look at these tour schedules, like where they're coming from, like we're up against Chicago, and Orlando, and these really like large cities, and then there's Utica, and it just gives me that warm feeling inside that, we're on the map. We are a known city to so many people.
That's awesome. So we'll come back to Broadway Utica in a bit, but I want to kind of get into the beginning of your career, because you started as a business owner and had your own business. So tell us a little bit about that.
So in 2009, I opened Bella's Event Planning. It started off doing small parties, like graduations and birthday parties. I've always had a passion for parties. I'm always down for a good time. And when I told my parents that's what I wanted to do, they were like, what? You know,
You wanna do
a party
what?
in Utica? Like, we don't get it.
Yeah.
So it started off very small, you know, having other odds and ends jobs until making it a full-time career. But very blessed with an amazing staff, and we grew and grew and grew. And the unfortunate part about my business and having to sell it was the blessing of having children.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I wanted to continue to grow my family and my career, so I did sell that in 2016. But we have met the greatest people, and some of them I'm still very close with today. Just
Yeah.
from the wedding world,
Yep.
and we got into corporate events and nonprofits and things like that. And I was introduced to Broadway Utica through my company when Kinky Boots was in town.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I was a freelancer, so to speak, for Kinky Boots and Broadway Utica, and just helping coordinate all the events around that production.
And that
So-
was fun. Yeah.
so
I
fun. It
remember
was a
that
great
from you.
show, and
Yep.
everybody came out. So while I miss the wedding world and the parties, you know, every day's a party between what we do and welcoming families in,
Yeah.
and cast and crew, working at the theater, just having this a lot of fun all together.
And really, if you think about it, I mean, you're owning your business really set you up to be executive director, right? Because you managed a business, you knew how what went into all that, and
Absolutely.
essentially, you're running. I mean, as an executive director, we really do run businesses,
And I treat it like my own. And this is, I always say, it's my community. I was born and
Yeah.
raised here.
Yep.
I treat, you know, the company and the organization as if it was Bella's still. And I think
Yeah.
that's what makes it special, is you feel like home coming even into our office to purchase a ticket.
Yeah.
We want to know you, your story, your families. And that's why I say we meet the greatest people, whether it's their first time coming to a show or they've been subscribers for 40 years. They
Yeah.
have that passion, it's all over their face. And we really, you know, welcome them.
Yeah, and you know the other thing too that I feel like is pretty unique to our area. I mean, for an area of our size to have such a robust program, you know, for Broadway shows to come in and not, you know, partner that with the other programming the Stanley's working on. I mean, that's really, really an awesome asset for our area.
Entertainment in general and probably Oneida County has grown so much since I was a child.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember there being this much available. I think it's great, from sports programming.
Oh, yeah, with
to
the Comets.
arts.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's like, it's so awesome to see, like, people come into our office and they're like, there's a game one day and a show the next. Like, can I switch my ticket?
Yeah, like how do you even decide
And we
what to
love
do?
that because we want everybody
Yeah.
to be supportive, and we want to support them. I mean,
Sure.
we're picking from a small pool in Utica and the county, so we want everybody to do everything, and we love that the money stays local.
Yeah.
So we love to hear that people maybe aren't traveling out further to other areas to enjoy this entertainment, because it is right here in the
Yeah,
city.
yeah, it's so important, I think, to have something for everybody to enjoy.
Exactly.
So you mentioned Kinky Boots as, you know, something that you did. Is there any other like event with Bella's that was like your favorite thing to do?
We did some stuff with the Children's Museum. And
Yeah.
that always, like you mentioned today, how much they're expanding and growing, and that always had a soft spot for me. Anything, obviously, with the children, but weddings, like, are probably my ultimate.
Yeah.
favorite. Like, seeing the bride walk down the aisle, like, at some points I was like, I feel like I'm giving them away, because then we're doing a baby shower for them, or we're doing, you know, a celebration of some sort, a surprise party. So I think coming in contact just with those families, like parties in general, and weddings were just so special.
Yeah, and fun to execute for people.
So
and
fun. Yeah.
So you mentioned one of the reasons of moving on from that. So you have Pete, obviously, is your husband.
Yes.
We love Pete.
We love
great.
Pete. He's great. So
Pete's
supportive
great.
and puts up with all my ideas.
And his family is a business too.
They are
right?
business owners. Yeah, right down the street.
Padula Roofing, right? Yeah. So you're entrepreneurs right off the bat.
Yeah.
So and then you have 3 little ones. Tell us about your little ones, because they are the most adorable kids ever.
They are. I will agree with you. Nina's 8, Peter's 6, and my daughter Nella was a little over a year. She's a little over a year now. So they keep me very active and busy. When, you know, I started Bella's, Nina was at the age where she can come with me, you know, kind of sit her in the car seat and put her to the side and entertain her. And then Peter came into play, and then they just got older and they got more involved. And I knew, you know, I always wanted more children. So
Yeah.
they, being in this role even now, you know, Peter was on stage with me last night.
Yeah. Oh, that's
introducing cats,
fun.
and it's just, I think anything to do with family and work, I think it just totally meshes, and I'm sure you agree with that.
Yeah.
Your son Peter.
Definitely.
Just being able to get them involved
Yes.
at such an age. So I'm excited, you know, born and raised here in Utica, and just being an active mom is important,
Yep.
and being career oriented as well. And I have a great support system, but they keep me busy.
Yeah.
They keep me really.
They are a
busy.
lot of fun. Oh my God, I could watch your Snapchat and Instagram stories. And poor Pete, husband Pete, gets beat up on a lot, and that's fun to watch too.
He's a good man.
I think that you should have your own podcast, except for Todd and Z should follow you around like an actual, like the actual Kardashians. I think you could entertain. I really do.
Thank you. That's so funny. I don't know if my husband will go for that, because the enough that I do on Snapchat is like pushing it.
He seems to go with the flow. Like he's got
does,
makeup
until
put on.
He, like, walks into Stewart's and somebody's like, "Oh, I think I saw you on Snapchat," and he's like, "I'm getting like a nasty text." I'm like, "I just sent you for gas, and now I'm getting."
I think I saw your kid get hit with a wiffle.
Yeah,
I saw
right?
your kid beat you with a wiffle ball.
Yeah. So, but he signed up for it. You know?
So funny.
All fair.
Oh, well, I think that really does tie in, and we tend to talk a lot on the show about the importance of really like integrating into your, obviously into your community by volunteering and having positions that, really help to promote the area. But, something that we haven't really touched on a lot is I think the importance of having your kids be involved too.
Yeah.
And I really think that not only helps show them that, you can have a strong career and you can have a family and you can do all of that stuff. But I think also seeing a role that's, means so much to Utica is really important, because then they grow up with a sense of pride for where they're from.
And they stay here.
Yes.
And I know every parent has a dream that their kid's going to go on and, experience all this stuff. But I'm definitely that parent that I'm like, everything's right in Utica. You
don't need to go anywhere.
You don't have to go away to school. Like we have great schools right here in the area.
Yes.
So I think I just have that mentality of getting them involved, their friends and their families, and just really exposing everybody to everything that there is to offer. I mean, we are surrounded by so much.
Yeah, we really are. And there's so much happening. And again, we touched on it before with Broadway Utica, but I mean, there's something for everybody to do around here. 100%. And, the development happening. I mean, there's so much going on right now. Like if you haven't driven downtown, I feel like a broken record because I say this all the time, but if you haven't driven downtown, down Genesee Street, down by where the hospital development's going on, now we have ICANN coming up here. The zoo has a lot of construction happening. If you haven't been around the city, like maybe you kind of, live on the outskirts, or maybe you just haven't taken the chance to really drive around and see what's happening, you really have to get out and see everything.
You have to get out. And that's what I tell people. I'm like, just get out. Don't be afraid to do stuff alone or in a group or ask questions.
Yes.
Or just read what's going on. There are so many calendars out there. Oneida County Travel and Tourism does a great job.
Yes.
You guys do a great job.
Yep.
Like, it maybe takes a little research, but even by attending a Comets game
Yeah.
and talking to somebody, you know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you just know what's happening.
Yep.
And things like that. And I think affordability is a big thing, too. We have quite a bit of programs that are, free or affordable or for families. And
Yes.
like, we can go to the zoo and it's a very inexpensive day for a family of 5. And
Yep.
I think people have to utilize programs like that a lot more and
Yes.
and get your kids acclimated and nieces, nephews, family members.
Get them
There's
out,
a
yeah.
lot going on.
There is. And there's something, I had a meeting this morning and we were actually talking about how many events are happening and like trying to pull together Cindy Reed. So Cindy, her husband, Tim, was with the Boilermaker, and a lot of people know the Reeds very well in the area. And we got into a conversation, and Cindy has this great idea to create like an event calendar for just event planners or nonprofits to take a look at when you're planning an event, because there's so much happening. We're starting to have that issue where multiple things are happening on one night, and, it's hard for people to choose where to go. But that's really, honestly, sometimes it can be frustrating, but it's a great problem to have.
It is. And we don't want anybody to have to choose. So by us having 2 nights, at least it frees up the calendar a little bit. You don't feel like you're missing out. But it is hard and especially for nonprofits, like we're a nonprofit, like you're dependent on this audience and these sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think Utica does a great job of understanding that, and they really want everyone to benefit. So something like that would be a huge asset.
Yeah, I think it would be neat if we can get it up and running. So if you want to help with that, get in touch with Cindy, because I know she's looking for people to help. So you mentioned Cats a couple times. So you guys have a second night tonight. Are tickets still available?
They are. Okay. Tickets are still available. I mean, the Stanley Theater has, almost 3,000 seats. So very rarely do we sell out. Is the best seat available? I'm not sure, but it is a show you don't want to miss.
Yeah. So if you're looking for something to do tonight,
and bring your family. Like my kids went last night. It goes by so fast. Like my son was like, And I'm like,
Oh, I'm sure with the costumes and the makeup, they're probably in
so
awe.
they're in the aisles, and
Yep.
it's just a production that you have to see.
Yeah, I saw it in New York. I was not able to go last night. I'm not able to go tonight, but I'm really bummed about that because
Yeah.
it was my mom and my aunt went last night,
Aw,
and they
good.
loved it. So I mean, what an opportunity again. I mean, to get your kids in a car and drive to a major city.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big expense, and
It
it's
is.
right here, and you can check it
Cats
out.
has been around for 40 years. So
Is that how long?
Yeah, they're celebrating their 40th
Oh
year.
my
so
God,
the
that
fact
makes-
that
yeah.
they're rolling through Utica, still, again, I mean, they've been here before, but
Yeah.
the cast change, the production changes, and the costumes. So it's like if you've seen it once, just it's worth it
Yeah.
to see again.
My aunt said that she thought she saw like a couple updates to it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's really cool. All right. So what's coming up for Broadway Utica? You guys are going to be announcing your new season pretty
Yes.
soon, right?
April, that's our goal. So
Okay.
everything's pretty much finalized, but things can change based
Mm-hmm.
on routing and availability and stuff like that. So we're just holding out, and hopefully April everybody will know what's coming. We're really excited for next season. I think my whole plan when going down to New York and really finalizing the season was just to embody our community and the amount of people it takes to put on a show. I mean,
Yep.
from backstage to ushers, volunteers, routing, media, patrons,
Yes.
making sure that there's not something else going on.
Yep.
We're looking at shows year 2 in advance. So it's like you have to just cross your fingers that hopefully something doesn't pop up, but getting that message out sooner so that we can prevent double booking and stuff like that. So
Yep.
a lot goes into it, but next season I think we'll cover every generation,
That's good.
every age group, families, friends. You're going to want to come to these shows with people.
Good.
It's going to be those kind of shows where
Nice.
you're going to want to grab a friend or your partner or something and really make a night out of it.
Now, do you guys typically have a certain number of shows that you do every season?
We don't. We always try to have at least 5, I think. Just
Okay.
looking back at even previous history, there have been
Okay.
some years with 4. This year we had 7.
Wow.
So
that's
that
a
was a lot on top of 3 bonus shows. So we had 10.
Okay.
So next season it's looking to be 6.
Okay.
In our season. So if you're a subscriber, your package will include 6 shows. And we try to do that because the theater is special and there's programming that the theater does and there's, events that outside people rent the theater for. So
Yeah,
I think 6
yeah.
is like gonna hopefully be the magic number
Yeah.
this year, and people are gonna enjoy that whole downtown experience with going to dinner and
Yeah.
everything like that as well.
And I know even you mentioned restaurant partners in your little bio on your website, but I mean the restaurants do really well.
Yeah.
I mean they pretty much are sold out on show nights.
Absolutely. Well, subscribers get to, pick out their seats and everything. And this year it was July. Hopefully our upcoming, for the next season, we'll get it in May or June timeframe. So those people are making their reservations
Yeah.
from advance. Like you walk into Swifties or somewhere, there's like a book.
Yeah.
And you talk to Dan at Encore.
They just make
and
it, yeah.
They make, it's just incredible to see. So we're, a lot of new restaurants are popping up.
Yeah.
The theater has their dining now as well. So we are excited to get that message across.
Oh,
and
yeah.
tell people to make their reservations.
We should talk about that because I know that's something new. I know it's the Stanleys, but it's still for the shows. So
Yeah.
what can people expect? Because I know there's a new partnership with that. So when you go to a show, what can people expect for food and drinks too? Because a lot of people might not know that
So
that's
they've
available.
expanded their concessions, which is great, and making things available. And
Mm-hmm.
now Patrick O'Connor is doing the food upstairs in the Romano room. So really every corner of that theater is being occupied.
Yeah.
On a show, from bars in the corner to food upstairs, and
That's great.
It's just awesome to see because I don't think people realize how many people come to a show.
Uh-huh.
So, like
Oh, yeah.
for instance, we had I think around 2,000 people.
I was going to
yesterday.
ask, like, what's like the average?
Even half of them go to dinner.
Yeah, that's a
it's
lot.
So we love to see new things pop up. There's new restaurants coming up. We have new partners next year that are going to work with us, and
That's
more
great.
importantly, these restaurants feed our cast and crew.
Yeah, and that's
even
a lot.
on loadout. Like it maybe just not during their stay here, at lunch before performance, but at 11 o'clock at night. And they're
Yeah.
staying open for them. So we
That's
give
great.
a lot of thanks to them because they keep them running
Yeah.
and fueled.
That's awesome. So when you have add-ons to the season, how does that work?
So the add-ons are just more of a bonus show. It's not part of the package, except for as a subscriber, you do get a discount. But those are the one-night shows.
Yeah,
So
okay.
those are the shows that maybe have a little bit more family programming
Okay.
around the holiday.
Okay.
It's not something that we or the show can commit to 2 nights.
Okay.
So and we do those just to keep ticket prices down.
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So the subscribers still have. So if you're interested in being a subscriber, you still would get discounts for all
Absolutely,
those.
yeah.
Okay. And so the subscriptions don't open until you announce the season?
So the way that
Does
we're
that
going to
work?
do it this year, most likely, is announce the season. Color Purple is coming in April.
Okay.
So that's our goal, is to announce it right around then. We're doing the business after hours.
Yes, yep.
With the chamber in
Yep.
April. So we have a busy April. So we want to get that message out there.
That's awesome.
And then our subscribers will be able to renew their seats
Okay.
or purchase additional seats. So as a subscriber, you get, the first right. Do you want to move up? Do you want to move back? Do you need an extra seat or anything like that? So
Okay.
we have to get through that whole process of a couple thousand subscribers. And then maybe in the way it's looking, the July timeframe, or if you want to be a new subscriber, you can come into our office, sit down, we'll show you what seats are available, go over all the benefits.
Good.
We're really working with some community businesses on the perks of being a subscriber.
Oh, nice.
So whether you
It's a
get
little extra.
something free or half off or some
Okay.
coupons, you get to purchase your tickets before anybody else, before public on sale.
Yeah.
You can exchange nights.
Oh,
and
okay.
That's great to know.
Oh, that's really good to know. So
so-
maybe if you have Comets tickets,
Yeah.
you can swap.
Come on a different night.
Yep.
You get a family and friends discount. So if you're a subscriber and you want to bring friends and family, you can call and purchase additional tickets at a discounted rate.
Oh,
So
that's good to know,
there's
too.
a lot of perks. But to me, like knowing your seat and walking into the theater, not having to like figure out where you're going,
Yeah.
or whatever, it's like worth it.
It's so
100%
nice,
to me.
and they're really affordable. Like I know we've looked at the prices, so I mean, there's all different levels available, and that's
Absolutely.
awesome that you guys sit down with them and help them
Yeah.
find out, where do you like to sit, or what areas do you like to. So I know some people are pretty particular,
Yeah,
so
like,
that's good.
and they have reasons that they want to be by a bathroom, closer to an exit. They want to go upstairs. They need an
Yeah.
aisle. Like they have spent really good money on a ticket, so we need to make sure that their experience
Yeah.
is just to that same level.
Yeah.
So we really take pride in the customer service aspect of that.
That's great. And if people want to find out more about the new season or being a subscriber, of course, on April 15th, coming to Business After Hours
Yes.
would be a great way to do that. So you're hosting it at the Stanley. Broadway Utica is hosting it. So, and the way our Chamber Business After Hours work, you don't have to be a member to go. Of course, members have a discounted price, but anybody can go, and maybe you just haven't been to the Stanley in a little while and you want to check it out, or you want to find out.
They're going to do a tour for us.
Yeah.
So they've really opened up the door. So we're excited.
That'll be great.
Yeah, you can go to BroadwayUtica.org at any time and just get some info.
Awesome.
Obviously, as we get closer to April, you'll be seeing a little bit more.
Yeah,
pop up, but-
and probably do a fun announcement of some sort, right?
I want to do like a scavenger hunt. 'Cause then
Oh,
I'm like,
that'd be
this may take a
fun.
little bit of time. If I was
Oh,
doing a
that'd be
scavenger
cool.
hunt, it would take me like weeks. Like by the time I like print the paper.
Maybe
and
make it a little
stuff,
bit
so-
more turnkey.
Yeah, so
maybe you
we're-
could do like a trivia scavenger hunt thing where people
Yeah.
stay in one space or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But we're figuring that out. If
Okay.
worst comes to worst, we're just gonna announce it.
Yeah,
and-
do a press
and that's it.
conference, and yeah, that'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to finding out what's on there. So you mentioned a couple other things that you have coming up. So you're going to New York City?
We are going
Taking
to
a
New York
trip?
City with our youth ambassadors.
That's great.
So we have 19 schools represented in our youth ambassador program.
Okay, now those are those all regional? Like how
Yep, in the
wide do they
Tri-Valley.
go? Okay.
Like we have kids. We have South Louis. We have Camden. We have
Okay.
Rome. I mean, we have Proctor, New Hartford, Whitesboro, Clinton. But we have kids from Adirondack.
Oh, wow.
Old Forge.
Okay.
And they're juniors and seniors
Okay.
in these high schools with a passion for the arts, but just as important, the community.
Okay.
So there's community service tied to it. It's not just come to the play and hang out. They really put their work into these
Yeah.
shows and into their community. So we are taking them to New York. It's
That's
a little bit of a
awesome.
tradition that's been going on for a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's their first New York City
I
live
can imagine,
performance.
yeah.
So this year we're taking them to Jagged Little Pill, and we do have room for a couple more people. We have opened it up to the public because it falls over spring break.
Oh, okay.
So you
Okay.
can take the bus down and do what you wish, maybe with a friend,
Yeah.
by yourself, one of your kids.
Okay.
Or you're more than welcome to come see the show with us as well. So
That's great.
You just have to call our office.
Okay.
And you can get all the details, and there's some details on the website as well. But
That's
we
good.
thought we would open it up because these kids are, so excited. And when you see their passion and you're with them, you're like, telling the world about it.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So you can maybe get some people to promote the program too if they go and see it.
Yeah.
So how do people apply for the program?
So registration is going to open in April, shortly after their spring break. So
Okay.
shortly when we get back from New York. We really work with the guidance counselors, principals, drama teachers, music departments, and there is an application process.
Okay.
They, complete an essay, they get 2 referrals. They have to commit to community service. They do a quick interview, but there's no prerequisite. You don't have to be a dancer or a singer.
Okay.
You've never had to even perform before.
Okay.
We just give you the opportunity to get in front of the cast and the crew and meet these people on the stage. And meet community people as well. We've talked about you coming in before to speak to them and things like that. So we just want them to be fully prepared for their future.
Yeah.
And know what's in their community, and then maybe even what's out there.
So it's kind of like an internship of sorts, really. I mean, because they're getting really integrated into the arts, into the culture, how the whole community operates.
Yeah.
And that's a great experience for somebody to do.
And we have a current student right now, Grace. She is our intern in the office. She comes in every morning, and it's being done through Notre Dame and stuff like that. So it's really is. We are setting them up for success. And we like to think that we could just help them, and it's all networking.
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest thing, even with me growing up, was, where do you fit in? Where do you want to start? And stuff like that. So if we can give them that little open door and they run with it, then we've definitely accomplished that.
Do you have a cap for how many people you accept? Or
So next year we'll probably cap the program at 60.
Wow, there's a lot. How many do you have this year?
We weren't quite at 60 this year, but we have partnered with the Community Foundation, and there's a Linda Leogran scholarship that will be eligible for senior youth ambassadors pursuing something in arts, communication, public relations.
Oh, that's awesome.
That. So we're going to open the program. You're going to see a little bit of changes for the better, but this scholarship and really working with the Community Foundation is opening our eyes to that there's actually even more out there.
That's great. That's awesome. I mean, that's a lot more. I thought you were going to say 20 years.
No, we're
so that's really good.
Just around 40 this year.
Yeah.
But we're going to cap it at 60 because you'll see the program guidelines change a little bit next year.
Well, that's really exciting. So what else is coming up for Broadway Utica? I know that you've mentioned a lot of stuff
There's
here.
a lot, and some things pop up and we'll take it and run, and other things we have planned. I think our biggest thing is going to be next season.
Yeah.
I think you're going to, the youth ambassadors and just getting them out there in the community more, and then us being in the community more and giving you guys some insight. How do we operate? With the local union and stagehands and ushers and things like that. I think you're really going to see how a show maybe comes full circle.
Yeah, and how really what would be great to see is an economic impact study and what happens when these come in. I think you guys have done a few, maybe put out a few things before,
there.
But
I feel like I was talking about this with Z last week, but it's not even just the restaurants. It's the banks, the hair salons, getting a new outfit, the
malls, probably even retail.
Yeah, and the cast, when they come in, they're Ubering to all these places and they're taking lifts or things like that. So it's so funny to hear where they shopped or what boutique they ran to, or they need help finding a pair of dress pants or something. So I think it's even so much more than just food and beverage and hotel stays. I think we really need to dive into what other programs that they use and utilize.
That's really cool. I would be really interested to see that. And really, even with the comments, too. I know we talked about it a little bit when on New Year's Eve I interviewed a few of them. And we were talking about, their favorite places to go. And it's really funny because, growing up here and living here, the places they pick, you're like, wow, that's really cool that you picked that place and not a chain restaurant or, and they've really formed relationships with people. So that's really cool.
And we try to guide them when they come in and before they roll into town. We talk to company management and really what's located next to the theater just for convenience, but maybe what's located next to their hotel. And it all depends. If they're traveling on a bus, then they may stay in a little bit more of an outskirts. But if they're not, if they're coming in and renting a bus, then they may stay downtown. So we love to guide them. That's why we love our partners so much. But it's really interesting to see where they land and where they fall and stuff like that when they're here.
That's awesome. So what's coming up with you? I know you made an announcement yesterday that you're running for the school board, right?
Yes, I am.
That's great.
First and foremost, the main hat I wear is being a mother. So I have 2 children in the Utica School District, and I am blown away at the services that they have and how well the teachers are. And
that's great.
I think I'm just ready to really be a parent on the school board in that perspective. And currently there isn't a mother or a father, that their children are active in the district.
Yeah, okay.
So I think they do a great job.
Yeah.
I'm a very happy resident in Utica with the school district.
Yep.
I am just ready to bring the mom perspective a little bit and hone in on that parent-teacher relationship.
I think that's really, really important. So what does that process look like for you? I'm not privy to the process.
Yeah, and I wasn't either. I just did my research. You can just pick up your petitions. I have to get so many signatures signed in order to appear on the ballot. But I'm extremely happy with the way things are ran. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
I don't know everything.
Yeah.
But I have children in the district, and I feel that is my duty.
Yeah.
As a mom. And all if you're comfortable, right? I'm comfortable. Not everybody's comfortable, but I want to be that set of ears that people can talk to about it. And I really want to know the district. I'm really, my kids are young. Yeah. And they'll be going, throughout high school.
Yeah. And you'll have a third one, right?
And I have a third, so I start all over again.
Yeah.
But my main goal and happiness in life is obviously being a mother. I was really happy. This is a voluntary position. It's unpaid, and I will create time just as if it was a second job.
Yeah, that's awesome. And when you start, do you campaign for it?
Yeah,
how does that work?
So I have a couple weeks to obtain these signatures, and then May 19th is election day for people that live in the city of Utica. So
wow, so that's quick. Yeah, that's coming up. Awesome. Do you have any
opponents,
opponents, or do you not know yet?
I'm not sure. I mean, I would assume that people are going to rerun in the open seat and things like that. But I'm focusing on the task and really just advocating for the kids.
Well, that's so exciting. Good for you. I give you a lot of credit for doing that.
Thank you.
Is there only one seat open? Or?
There is only one seat open.
Okay.
Yeah. And
vote for Danielle.
Working with the youth ambassadors has really opened my eyes.
That's probably a really important perspective.
It has, and that's how it all evolved. Not only being a parent, but working with these students, just even in other districts. The programs that are out there, and I just want to be that information. I want to be that liaison between the district, the parents, the board. So that's my whole approach, and I'm just going in wearing the mom hat.
That's awesome. I think it's a great one, and you're getting experience working with the board as the executive director.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yeah.
So
and I'm on ALS of Utica's board. That's a huge passion of mine. I was previously on the Abraham House, and I work with their gala and their committee and wherever I can. And I'm like I said, it's my community, and I'm going to continue to give back to the city that gave so much to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anything else you're involved with? I didn't ask you about that.
No, I coach cheerleading.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Another little fun night that we do on Monday nights. But no, nice. I just like to be involved.
That's awesome.
And I like to be involved in things that my family can be involved in.
Yeah, and that's so, like I said, recurring theme on the show, but that it really is so important. And there's ways to get involved even if you don't have a ton of time. Yeah. Just a little bit of time. And, everybody thinks, oh, I can't give money. You can't give money. You can give a couple hours, every once in a while.
It's so important. And I don't think you need to be a parent to do these things either.
No, not at all.
I think if you get to know, even what I can and all the programs that they offer, and we work closely even with them at Broadway Utica, there are ways to get involved. You don't need a family. You don't need to have been here for years or anything like that. You just have to have a passion, and you have to have commitment.
And things like, and we're going to talk in a couple seconds about what's coming up in the next couple weeks, and there's a lot happening.
There's a lot.
But things like the Heart Run, the Boilermaker, larger community events. You could even go help the mayor with the city sweeps,
Exactly.
Little things like that really make a difference. The zoo's always looking for volunteers. You mentioned Abraham House, House of Good Shepherd. there's so many things that you can do that are just really small ways that you can give back, but they really make a big impact.
They do.
Yeah,
they do. And we see the community impact on these things and at these events and walks and runs, and Utica is amazing.
Yeah, really
how
unique.
much stuff that they even put on.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Yeah, and we do a lot with a little, right?
We do.
we really do.
We're like a little town with this big attitude.
Yeah, it's great. Anything else you want to talk about before we talk about what's going to be coming up with the chamber?
I don't think so. You want to talk reality TV? I can.
So we should talk about reality TV.
Love is Blind is one keeping me up.
That's your favorite
night.
one? Okay. Okay.
No, I'm.
Ryan makes fun of me because my guilty pleasure, I'm sorry to admit, is the Real Housewives shows. Yeah. I do get a little annoyed when they start yelling at each other because who really wants to hear that?
The reunions tonight for.
See, I don't really watch the reunions. They just get so they get so catty, and sometimes on the show you feel okay, so how much of this is real and how much are they nudged a little bit,
I
you
mean,
really
they're
see it
nudged a
come
lot.
out. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's all like that's the like reality's fake on reality TV. So
Yeah.
I try to keep that mentality.
Yeah.
But
It's not really real.
It's not really real. But
Yeah.
it is. It's my guilty pleasure. Like that's what I say. That's me at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah.
Catch up on when everybody's in bed and the house is picked up and things like that. So yeah, it's so funny.
I do like the Real Housewives. I did not get into Love Is Blind.
Don't
I like
because it will change. Like you won't sleep. You have trouble sleeping now.
I do.
know this.
I do. If anybody has any sleeping tips, leave them in the comments because we need help.
So funny.
But I do watch the reality TV shows. I don't know. I love all TV shows. Like they're just, to me, it's like guilty pleasure. You know, it turns your mind off and you get to. But the Kardashians, are they even on anymore?
I don't know. I haven't like it's so funny because if it doesn't involve Chloe, like I don't even watch it, and I can't tell you the last time I probably watched it. I don't know
so
what
funny.
it is. Coco started years ago. Now my nieces and nephews, they call me it and whatever. It's just fun, right? We all have different wonders, and I'm sure me and her have two different ideas of reality and morals, but it's fun to just pretend.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I love it. So if you need any good reality TV recommendations, Danielle's your girl.
I can help you. Past 11 o'clock at night, though.
Past 11, you can start a support group.
Yeah.
Like, people who reality TV after 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was so fun having you on.
Thank you for having
me. And I'm
me.
really excited about your role and everything that you're going to bring to the area. And
I'm excited to be working with the Chamber.
Yes,
Everything that you've been doing is amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
It's awesome to see just such a difference in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, really, you were a member with Bella's, and now you're in a whole new role, so it's exciting to work with you in a different capacity, too. So, well, we wish you the best of luck, and if you're looking for something to do tonight, again, you can go check out Cats.
Check out Cats.
And stay tuned for the April announcements that are going to be made, hopefully in April, right?
Yeah, I think we'll be ready. We're just...
Yeah.
The suspense is killing me.
Yes.
We're just prolonging it.
You have to, right? So I want to tell you guys about a couple things that are coming up around Utica and with the Chamber. So this weekend is and you've got your run on already, Danielle.
I do.
So America's Greatest Heart Run and Walk is coming up this Saturday. So if you're looking for something to do, again, you don't even have to walk. You can just spectate. The Catalyst group, our young professionals group, is responsible for Heartbreak Hill. So they will be out cheering. So even if you just want to go cheer on with those guys, you can head up Elm Street. That's a great way to participate. I mean, it is walking. It's not quite like the Boilermaker, but if you just watch all of these teams come out, I mean, they are amazing.
It's incredible.
The money they raise.
Utica, or Central New York even. I cannot believe the amount of people.
It's crazy. And, Pam Musty, who was on the show, she was one of my guests, too. She works for the Heart Association and was on our board of directors. Her success story is great with just the education that she's learned in her role and how that's affected her personal health is awesome. But I know Pam's been working really hard with the whole team there to put on the event Saturday. They have the Expo Friday if you're looking for something to do.
I'm in the treadmill challenge on Friday.
Oh, Z's in the treadmill challenge. Well, donate your money,
morning.
but you're on at 9?
9 a.m. Friday morning.
Okay, so wait till like 9:25 to donate the money to keep him on the treadmill. The way it works is you have to donate the money, and he stays on the treadmill as the money keeps coming in. So
I already raised my goal.
Oh well.
Oh, look at you.
Okay, well I'm sure he'll be on doing what? You'll do Facebook Live or something. So. It'll be a lot of fun to watch that. So the treadmill challenge, you can donate to celebrities, local celebrities that are on the treadmill. So that's a great thing. You can watch that at the expo. They have many different vendors in the gym there, so a great opportunity to get out and check all that out. And I think they have like health screening and all kinds of things that you can do on Friday.
Another family event. I was gonna say I bring my kids.
Yeah.
Before and
that's
walk around and check everything out.
Great way to see what's going on. So that's this weekend. Next week, on Thursday, March 12th, United Way is doing the 100 Women Who Care event.
We'll be there.
You're going to that too? Okay, I'm going. So if you're interested in going to that, it's 100 Women Who Care. I believe they actually extended the tickets to 150 tickets. So if you're interested in going to that, you can check out their website. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it's unitedwayvgu.org. But just Google United Way of the Valley and Greater Utica area, and you can get a ticket for that. I don't think they're sold out yet, but it's a great event, and I'm looking forward to going for the first time this year.
Same. I can't wait.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Again, that's Thursday, March 12th, and I believe it's at Delta Hotels? Yes. And then on the 14th, it's the Utica St. Patrick's Day Parade, the day that everybody's Irish in Utica. So that's coming up. I believe that they've stopped accepting float applications, but I'm sure there's groups you can come walk with, like the Chamber. So if you're a Chamber member and you want to walk with us, feel free. We have a little Facebook group on the Catalyst page. You can come walk with us in that. And that's, again, just a great event to come out. Hopefully the weather will be good for this Saturday and next Saturday. Yes. We usually get hit with like one more major snowstorm. So
I said to my husband today, I'm like, you think the snow's done with? He's like, don't jinx it. We got Stella
in
March.
I'm
like, I remember. Okay.
I'm really trying not to jinx it, but like I need spring to be here tomorrow. Like this has been the worst winter. I normally don't get like the seasonal depression.
The blues, the winter blues.
This has been the worst.
Yeah, it's been long.
It has. So hopefully that will be good by the 14th and this weekend too. I believe Sunday's going to be nice, but we'll hope for Saturday too. Whoa. Going on back here? Todd's wrecking the joint. He's really excited for the parade. He can't contain his excitement. Okay, and then on Monday, March 16th, I'm actually going to be a guest on Heather Beebe's show, Unstoppable You. So awesome. I'm really excited to be doing that with Heather. If you've never heard of her podcast, she's on every other Monday at 9 p.m., right? At the right time. Unstoppable You, and she interviews people and tells their great stories. So I'm really honored to be her guest on March 16th. And then a couple other things I wanted to tell you guys about. So I've been talking a lot about the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. That's the $10 million that Governor Cuomo awarded to revitalize the Genesee Street corridor of downtown. So I'm on the local planning committee for that, and we have a couple more opportunities for the public to give input. So our next local planning committee is March 18th from 2 to 4 at the Thinkubator. Those are open to the public. You can come observe the meeting. You can't participate in it, but you can come observe what we're talking about, and we're really reviewing all the projects, and we're going to start making some decisions. So if you're interested in learning more about that process, you can come and observe that. And like I said, you can't participate in the meeting, but there's always opportunities to give feedback on cards and hand them in at the end of the meeting. Yes. So that's a great way to find out more about that. And then our business after hours, the next one is March 24th from 5 to 7 at the Citron home. So it's Hawaiian themed, so beach themed. So you can come out in your beach attire if you want. You don't have to. But
I will.
Having a little bit of fun with the beach theme. So Robinacci and her team is doing a great job planning this event. And the reason it is beach themed, so I'm going to read you a little bit about what's going on there. So they have just done a rehabilitation of their aquatic therapy features. So they have 2 heated in-ground pools, and they're going to have a demonstration of their new aquatic cycling program. So it's very, very unique to the Utica and Herkimer region, so nobody has anything like this around here. There's 10 pool bikes, so they have actual therapy bikes in the pool, and they were funded by a charitable grant through the David and Janet Griffith Fund by the Community Foundation. So I know I'm really excited to see
Another
this.
thing to do in Utica.
I mean, that is so awesome. So kudos to the Citron home. They have so many services that they have available. So you guys have to come check this out. Again, our business after hours are super affordable. They're $10 for members if you pre-register. They're $15 at the door, and for non-members, it's $20. All of them include, beer, wine, and snacks of some sort. So it's a pretty cheap to come and find out what's going on at these local businesses. It's a great way to showcase all of our local businesses. So again, we're at March 24th from 5 to 7 at Citron. And then, of course, we'll be April 15th at the Stanley for Broadway Utica. So we're really excited about all this coming up. At the next show, I'll have more announcements to make as far as our chamber events. We have a couple things coming up that we're excited to announce, just not quite ready yet. But as always, you can find out all the information about the Chamber at greateruticachamber.org. And Danielle, why don't you tell everybody where they can find out about Broadway Utica?
www.broadwayutica.org.
Okay,
great. I may have threw in an extra W.
That's okay.
That's all right.
BroadwayUtica.org.
And then just a reminder, it is High School Musical Performance Month, the next 2 months. So even if you go to Broadway Utica's Facebook or search some local high schools, there are so many. You will think you're at the Stanley for some of these productions that you're seeing, and it's our kids. So I didn't want to discredit them. They have so many programs coming up. We're spending the next couple weeks as a team coming out to all of these shows. They're like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's like times. It's like $5, maybe $10 to come in. wow. And they're doing like High School Musical, Cinderella.
Yes.
I think Donovan's doing Frozen this weekend.
Is Whitesboro doing High School Musical?
No.
Or no?
I don't think.
I know Whitesboro has one because I keep seeing it on the
I think
board.
Clinton's doing High School Musical.
Okay.
There's Newsies. There just so many awesome productions coming out, and there are kids, and they're our next generation. So
that's awesome.
If you're looking for something to do, and we may get some snow, you want to do something inside, I encourage you to check out some of your local high schools.
And those you said are on your Facebook page?
Yeah, we share them often.
Okay.
We have a big newsletter coming out. If you subscribe to our newsletter right on our website, you'll get them. But we do a pretty good job of scheduling them out throughout the week so that you're in the know.
Great. Okay, so you can find out BroadwayUtica.org or their Facebook page. And you guys have Instagram too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tweet us, DM us. I don't know, whatever the cool lingo.
Whatever
is,
the lingo is,
we do it.
We do have an Instagram page. We don't post a ton on it, but we use it a lot to promote the podcast here and our members' news. So you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram as well. And
Frozen.
What? Oh, Whitesboro's Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there's Angela. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. We have all these comments here. We weren't even paying attention. Oh, my husband was criticizing the start of the show.
Thanks for
Okay, Gina Cha-Cha chimed in, too. We love Gina. Good. Well, hello, everybody, to commented. Dave is going to see Cats tonight.
Yeah.
First show I've seen since I was a kid. Well, there you go, Dave.
Wow.
He's done load-ins and been on the
stagehand
crew. Yeah, so that's exciting.
Dave.
And then, let's see, I lost my train of thought. So we were talking about where to find things. Oh, and then the Catalyst group. Make sure you guys check out the Catalyst group on Facebook as well, because they post they're posting for the Heartbreak Hill that I mentioned this Saturday, also for the parade. And they also post, Tina, who does our Community Action Task Force, is always posting volunteer opportunities too. So you can go on there, and you don't have to be part of Catalyst to volunteer with them. Anybody can do volunteering. So great opportunity to get involved there too. And then, as always, you can check out all the shows and all of our previous shows on the Disruption Network, GreaterUticaChamber.org. Of course, on Apple and Google Podcasts if you want to listen, or, if you're like me and you can't fall asleep at night, maybe you want to turn this on and listen to our lovely voices. Probably not, but, just giving you some options.
Yeah.
Right? Well, thanks, guys, for tuning in. And thank you again, Danielle, for being my guest. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broken everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.